Terry, I know we continue to ask, but have you ever seen the type of display Murphy has had so far in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs?
No, I haven't. I've watched a lot of baseball over the years. I don't think I've seen anybody put on this kind of a show on this stage like he has so far. I mean, even the guys in the dugout, I mean, they're baseball guys too, and they're saying the same thing. The question is, who is this guy? I mean, he's been unbelievable. So hopefully he just keeps it up for certainly a few more games.
And over here to the left in the center.
Cespedes was able to steal that base. Can you talk about what that meant to this game and how that all played out?
Well, we came in with knowing that we had to be a little aggressive on the bases, something we don't normally do. We're not that kind of a team. That we told the guys, look, if you get on, if you think you can go. And Yuena's got a great jump, and it just shows you that there's not a phase of this game that he can't do, and it was a big play for us.
And over here in the front left.
Terry, you made the point before the game that warm weather in this ballpark could help you guys too. It seemed like maybe you were thinking people were forgetting you guys are a pretty good offensive team down the stretch.
Well, John, I certainly understand it. I mean, even though we're from New York, we don't like playing when it's 35 degrees either. But, it was – so when you came here, our guys just came out yesterday. They came out to hit. We're raving about how nice it was. And today, guys, we're talking about, wow, this is what a great baseball day. So, and we've got a pretty good offensive club, and especially in hitters' parks. We've shown that all year long. No matter, in Philly or Cincinnati or Colorado, got places that people hit, we hit. And tonight we, got some big hits.
And right here in front to the right.
Terry, 2 questions. Just generally, being up 3-0, how do you feel like where you're sitting right now? And then secondarily, can you compare this to the outing for DeGrom in L.A., the 5th game? I mean, is it very similar, high pitch count, early fastball command, but then somehow gets through it?
Well, Adam, we'll start with DeGrom. In the game, in the 3rd inning, I said, if we get 5 out of this guy tonight, we'll be lucky. And then all of a sudden in the 5th inning, 4th and 5th inning, he started making pitches. So it was a very similar outing that he had in Los Angeles. He didn't have very good stuff early. His command has been off. I don't know if it's fatigue this time of year. Again, he's pitched more than he's ever had in his whole life, so that could be the answer. But being up 3-0, we're very, very fortunate because the Cubs, they played great. They're playing great, and we've got to, we can't worry about it. We've got to come out tomorrow, and Steven Matz has got to give us a game. Our bullpen's pretty rested, and if Steven can get us 5 or 6, we've got a lot of answers in the bullpen for any matchups we need.
And over here to the left.
Terry, can you relate your argument when the ball skipped past Soler, and then first when you initially went out there, and then when Ted came over to the dugout?
Well, I know the rule. I mean, we all know what the rule is. My argument was, my runner is halfway to third base, if not 3/4 of the way to third base, and I just asked him if even he said I can't do it. That's just the rule. Can't even challenge it. I want him to try to go to the cameras upstairs. But I knew the rule. It just, it kind of what sucks when it happens to you.
And right here in the center.
So what do you do as a manager to prevent your players from looking forward to the next series?
They won't look forward to it. I can tell you that right now. That clubhouse right now that's all they're talking about is tomorrow. And they know what they're facing. We've got some experienced guys who've been in playoffs before and been in some big situations. And we aren't looking to any head except tomorrow we've got to get ready to play. And as we were waiting for everybody to come off the field, David and everybody who was being interviewed on the field, that was the conversation in this clubhouse. We got to get ready to play tomorrow.
And back in the center.
Just a quick follow-up on the Ivy. It seemed like you had a long talk before the game about ground rules, and I just wondered if that was standard or if it was maybe a little longer in this ballpark.
Well, it's always longer in this park because, the one thing, obviously, you can't do is try to make an effort to go get the ball or you got to go get it. We hit yesterday, and there were balls went in on the fly and didn't come back out. So we know there's an issue. But in the ground rules today, due to some new cameras, they were just going over the rules for those. But, I've been here enough to know that, that stuff happens in the Ivy. It's what makes the ballpark unique, and certainly I was not very happy at the moment. But.
And last one for Terry to the left.
Just in the 6th and 7th innings there, it just seemed any little opening they gave you guys, be it, the infield single or something, you guys took advantage. In a game like this, I mean, just how much do those little plays get magnified?
Well, every little play in a series, especially in postseason, means a lot. And I'll tell you what, my guys, they're playing hard. They're running the bases. That was a big, the play by David, tagging up late when Schwarber was kind of backing up on the ball. Those are the things you've got to do right now to take advantage of any little chance you got to try to score a run. So, when Jake, as a matter of fact, I told Dan, I said, boy, Jake has settled down. He's pitching tremendous right now, but I just said, right at this particular time, we got to get him, we've got to bring him back in 5 days. Maybe the rest, keep the pitch count down a little bit. Maybe the rest will, if we got to go to Game 7, he'll be ready for it.